Welcome back, terrestrials. In this episode, we're doing Blades from 1989. The video store totals, we're just going to jump into it because we'll just get through this. The director, don't care. Budget, don't know. Nudity, no. Kills, 9. Let's start. Have you ever wanted to see Jaws on a golf course? And instead of a shark, it's a lawnmower? Then boy, do we got the movie for you. Blades. Um,
You sound like Billy Mays.
yeah.
Fucking, there you
Dude.
go.
Yeah. I mean, this movie is so Jaws on a golf course.
It's Jaws.
It's ridiculous.
Like last week we watched Creepazoid and
Mhm.
it was Alien, but it was decent. This Jaws, but it's just like, who the fuck thought of this? Was this a practical joke?
It felt like a practical joke on me
Right.
because I watched it
Right.
thinking that this was going to be something.
Some.
And yeah, the movie centers around a country club called Tall Grass, and they're about to host this tournament. They get a new golf pro, and murders start happening, and they think it's the old groundskeeper.
Yeah.
And these people are being dismembered, and immediately it's not this groundskeeper because they show you a POV from a lawnmower, and the people are being dismembered in such a way it looks like they were chopped up with a wood chipper type situation.
Yeah.
So it's the owner of this country club trying to make sure that this pro amateur golf tournament
Tournament.
happens, and the pro and the woman who was supposed to be the pro before this guy come on
Mhm.
uh try to figure out who's actually doing the killing while
Right.
still kind of not really
Yeah.
getting along, but kind of falling in love at the same time. It's this Blade.
Blade, yeah.
So it's like,
It's a
God,
joke.
yeah,
It's a joke.
yeah.
And then like we say it's a joke, but I think that's what they were going for, is like trying to make like a spoof. I think there was a semblance of a serious horror movie, but in the long run, it's just
I'll tell you, the premise isn't even crazy to me. Like,
oh, 'cause the
mind of
premise
its
is
own
Jaws.
lawnmower, like, yeah, but I
Killer
mean, like,
lawnmower should be the easiest fucking thing in the world to do.
well, yeah, but like the idea of the movie itself is not a bad movie, but I'll tell you where the movie went wrong. It focused too much on the characters, like, stories, and took the golf part of the movie too seriously.
Yes.
It took all the funny out of Caddyshack and then mixed Jaws
And all
scenario
the
into it.
suspense out of Jaws.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like that's really what it did. It took all of these like movies that are already out, took everything that made them great,
Mhm.
and was like, let's just make that.
Yeah.
Like
Let's just take the funny out of Caddyshack and the awesome out of Jaws and put them together.
yeah, the cocaine and script
Blades.
writing doesn't mix.
Mm-mm.
No,
But
yeah,
the
like
idea is great. The idea is
the
fine.
idea is there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and
Just
like,
the execution did not make it for this one.
and I'll give like certain points. Like I liked like some of the kills in this are actually really good. Like when you see that POV of that lawnmower and the blade drops and that guy, and like it's dragging him through the green, that was great. And
Yeah.
then like the one where the bald headed guy who they think like it's a great leg cut off,
Mhm.
and it's and then there are like those suspenseful moments with it, I don't know why it's got balloons. I guess just to give it kind of like,
because Jaws had barrels. That's
oh
why.
man, okay, that makes sense now in my brain. Not my brain. I was when I was watching this, I was like, what the fuck's with the balloons? Is it
Yeah.
supposed to
It's
be
just the
like it?
barrels from Jaws. It's
Okay.
literally Jaws. Like they're
Yeah.
stranded, like the guy gets eaten the same way as the guy from Jaws when Jaws eats half the boat and takes homeboy in. Same exact situation. They're stranded on a boat. Same exact situation,
Stranded on
except
the
this time
van.
it's in a van on a golf course.
Yeah.
And they blow the thing up just like they blow Jaws up.
Yeah.
It's literally Jaws.
It's
It's
Jaws.
literally Jaws. That's all.
We should have
It
watched Jaws.
we should have watched Jaws.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean the movie it's fine. Like if you're into bad horror that's funny because it's bad, then this is a good one for you. For me
Yeah, but
personally, they
doesn't
just
even like even
focused.
in that, let me since I'm the expert in that realm,
Okay.
like it doesn't
Yeah.
even hit those marks because they're trying to they there's the void. The camera work, it's good.
Right.
The audio, it's good.
Okay.
You know, there's not even like cheesy dialogue or it's just like I hope this company got sued and that's why they had to sell it to Trauma. Like Spielberg's like, wait a minute, this is fucking Jaws.
Well, it's funny because when the movie opens up, it starts with like, the first kill, but you also see the flag on the green and it's 13.
Yeah,
So it's a Friday 13th reference because later in the movie, when they go to get the expert to help them kill Jaw or the lawnmower, uh, the guy is wearing a hockey mask
yeah,
in the shed, and another Friday 13th reference.
right.
Like they just reference movies. But like I was saying, uh, this movie just focused too much on golf for me. Like
Yeah, they
they
do.
focused on the golf aspects of this movie far too much. Like even Caddyshack realized it's a golf movie, but let's talk about the hijinks of teenagers and the betting of
Right.
adults and these different aspects while on a golf course. This literally talked about golf too much.
Yeah.
Like they talk too much about irons and differences between irons and woods and this dog leg to the right and dirt. Like, no, you
Right.
did that wrong. And then you made Jaws on a golf course. Like
Right.
it should have been more of the caddies, like how they did in Caddyshack, like having fun and partying and then dying,
Yeah.
or that type of thing. They missed the mark in such a way that it takes it from possibly being a really funny Jaws ripoff to being a really bad Jaws ripoff.
Yeah, real. It would have been better if it would have been a bad Friday the 13th ripoff where the groundskeeper was murdering the caddies. And the whole thing is where the fuck are all the caddies at? You know,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
would it would have at least been something,
yeah.
like I can see that more than lawnmower that we barely see through the movie because
Mhm,
you didn't see Jaws in the movie that much, and
mhm.
it's like, oh, and there's just not enough there, you know.
Yeah, there's nothing going on in the movie,
Yeah,
and then there's like kill,
yeah.
30 minutes of golf, kill, 30 minutes of golf, and then 20 minutes of the
Even like
last scene of Jaws.
off-screen kills. I can do with off-screen kills, and I like some
Totally fine.
off-screen kills, but if majority of them are just that, it's just like, and
I
like,
I'm totally accepting of off-screen kills because I understand that you're low budget and you don't have the money to put into it.
right,
Fine.
yeah,
Continue.
yeah. I mean, if you didn't have the money to at least do something creative with a kill with a lawnmower, then don't make the fucking movie. Like, you just
Yeah.
don't.
They
You
saved all $20 of special effects for the guy kicking his nubs at the end of the movie. The bald
right.
the bald guy. That was it. That's
Yeah.
what they did.
Even though
That's
like
where all the
it was
special effects money went.
it was like sped backwards
Yeah.
or something because he looked weird while doing it, and you can even
Well,
see the leaves where his legs were and shit fucking
yeah, I
moving.
mean,
That
they
was
did
kind of
the dig
goofy.
down into the
Yeah.
dirt, put his body, and then and you could see all of it moving. But yeah, I think they had somebody just like moving the legs independently.
Hmm.
And because they couldn't see themselves moving the legs, they moved them really weird. And it was just like, no, dude,
Yeah,
none of this is working, man. Like it's so funny because the movie's bad, but the acting wasn't bad. Usually the movie's bad and the
because of the
acting,
acting.
yeah, you see movies like Creepazoid, and it's like this is terrible, you know, horror movie because the acting is just garbage. These people
Right.
weren't even necessarily bad actors. I did think it was funny several times throughout the movie, like the golf pro when the lawnmower attacks the 18th hole and the blonde girl falls down.
Hmm.
They show her on the ground for like 2 seconds, cut to the golf pro, and he's just standing there like,
Oh yeah, that motherfucker was
and then
like a
he's like,
piece of wood the whole movie.
yeah,
Where
yeah, he
it's
was
just like
very stiff,
once
very
more,
stiff.
I don't give a shit about these characters,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And there, I've seen horror movies where I don't care about it, but yet the premise is okay, where it's pulling me towards paying attention.
right.
But
Also,
just
the scene that
nothing.
you brought up about like right before the door thing,
Yeah.
where they're all in the van and the guy's working on the engine, the bald guy's working on the engine, and the entire time that scene is happening, I'm looking at them going, walk the fuck away. You're already standing outside the van on the ground.
Right.
Just go away. Just the rest of you get down and walk away because the lawnmower's not there right now. Just go. Just fucking walk to the clubhouse and it's
Right.
over.
Right.
Like there were so many opportunities where they were on the ground and the lawnmower wasn't around that the movie could have just been over by them just walking away.
Hmm.
Like it didn't make any sense. I was just watch
This,
Jaws instead.
yeah, watch Jaws instead. But I was also thinking of like, okay, what do we have that's kind of close to this? It reminds me of Maximum Overdrive, because that
Okay.
does have a really good lawnmower scene
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah.
And that works. I think one, because it's a quick like
Yeah. It's not
moment.
a 2 hour movie.
It's not a, yeah, like fucking 2 hours of like of Jaws. I just, there has to be a good lawnmower horror movie, you
Yeah,
know?
it's fucking dead alive.
Yeah. Right. I mean, okay, yeah,
Technically,
true,
that's a
true.
lawnmower killing people, so fucking whatever.
Right. But it can't be that hard. But apparently it is that hard, because this movie is completely shown us it's like, nope, don't work, doesn't work.
I mean, I think that there was ways to do this. I think that the golf course isn't necessarily even a bad idea. I think they
No.
just needed to steer so far away from being so serious about the golf aspects of this movie. Like it was too much golf. It was just too much golf. That's all it was for me. The movie wasn't bad. I'm okay with off-screen kills. I understand budgetary restrictions will cause you to do off-screen kills to save money.
Right.
Okay, fine. Cool. I'm okay with that. Being on a golf course. Okay, I'm fine with that. Just not so much goddamn golf.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
that's all. That's
Or
all it
even
was.
like, yeah, I mean, they didn't understand that that is like the secondary point.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's not about showing every fucking aspect of the golf course and like
Yeah.
just sitting there. But once more, because they were referencing Jaws, and it's like Jaws had all those down moments,
Yeah.
you know, like, well, you don't really see the shark until the end of the movie, and
That's when
the
you put
suspense doesn't pick up until the end. It's like, yeah, but you're doing just a fantasy type of like horror movie.
I'll tell you the
No,
difference. Sorry to cut you off. I'll
no,
tell
no,
you the
no. Go ahead. I
difference.
was, yeah. I mean that's basically the same. You know.
I, I will tell you the difference being sharks are interesting. So in the downtime when they're talking about sharks, I'm still interested because sharks are interesting.
Right.
I'm not a 55-year-old dad, so I don't give a fuck about lawnmowers or golf. So don't talk about golf and lawnmowers.
Golf and
Like,
lawnmower.
don't do it. That's what they missed is like, and like in Jaws, the downtime was talked about sharks and how we going to kill this shark. Sharks are awesome. I like, that's fine. I'll listen to people talk about sharks,
All right.
especially when they introduce the shark expert character. In this movie, that downtime should have been the caddies partying. That's where you put the nudity. That's where you put all the like crazy, like we'll sneak out on the golf course and streak, and
Yeah.
that's how you get kills. Like, not actual golf shit.
Golfing.
Like, what? It was like somebody went to make a real golf movie and was like, "I fuck it, scrap it."
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
no, I got an idea. I can cut in a lawnmower at the end
Holy
and make this
shit. Do you
movie
think that's originally what they were doing?
a real
Was
golf
we're
movie.
doing a golf movie about the golf tournament and it was kind of like serious. And then someone's like, what if you throw a like some producer walked on set was like, want to make this a horror movie? Wait a minute, we've already filmed like 80% of it. Want to make it a horror film about a sentient lawnmower that starts killing people? Make it like Jaws.
Yeah,
And like the director's just sitting there like, I have no budget for this now.
yeah.
I am so fucked. Fuck, what am I gonna do? I don't know.
I don't
Fucking,
know
all
how
right,
they got
grandpa,
there.
go over there. Like you hit a golf ball and just wiggle the trees around and
Yeah,
go, ah.
yeah,
Fucking, all right, Timothy Chalamet, you walk over into the bushes like you found the ball and then turn on the hose because that blood did not look like
yeah.
blood. It
That
looked like a sprinkler.
that was a super soaker. Somebody was just pumping and sticking like,
Yeah,
psst,
and then like someone doesn't
psst.
know that red dye and water don't make blood
Mm,
look like blood.
yeah.
Fucking, it just makes it look like Kool-Aid being sprung out of the sprinklers and
Yeah.
shit, you
This
know.
movie is brought to you by Liquid Death.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah.
I put rat poison in it for tonight's review.
um, yeah, I mean, like I said, the movie's not terrible. It just it missed a lot of opportunities to make it great by
Right.
not putting more partying, nudity, like those 80s tropes that you want in movies that make those movies so much fun, that
Yes.
give it that level of silliness to them. They missed all of that by putting real golf in it. So like there's literally a miniature tutorial of golf in this. And it's just it's like,
Right.
god damn it.
Yes.
It's just
Up
all the
until
goddamn golf. Dude.
yeah, up until that one point in the movie, that's where it goes. It's like, okay, we have a movie here.
Yeah.
It took me fucking how long to get to it,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. This movie's just Lawnmower Man, Friday the 13th, Jaws, and Caddyshack all wrapped up into one.
minus the fact that those are good movies.
Right,
And
right.
this is fucking Blades. This
Also,
is fucking dull Blades.
the best character in this movie is the coroner that shows
Oh
up to
yeah,
pick up the
yeah.
bodies
Yeah.
and then immediately bare hand gives evidence to the golf pro.
Yeah.
Like, that is evidence. You touched it with your bare hand and then you gave it away.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of idiot? Like, that character was the best. He's like giggling and laughing at all the dead bodies and shit. And then he just waves to the fucking golf
And
pro.
even decapitations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking yeah, he made it, but I mean, once more, he's only on screen for a little bit, and you know, like it's like, oh yeah, they should have made him the golf pro, not that fucking statue that they got there. Fucking, I'm just sitting there, just like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it. There isn't really fucking much else to talk about this movie. Jacob, is this a thrill or a kill?
That's really tough. We
It's a
might
kill.
need.
It's a fucking
Okay.
kill.
That's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, it's a kill.
Jacob, is this a cult classic?
No,
No, it is not.
no.
Cult
Just
classic
because
movie.
it's a trauma movie doesn't mean it's a classic.
Yeah, it's a purchased. It's not. Yeah,
It's
it's
not a
like
cult
they're
classic.
better trauma movies.
No.
Jacob, would you go see this in the theater?
No. Fuck no.
No, no,
I didn't
not
even
at
want to
all.
see it on my TV.
Yeah, fuck this. Like, hey, wow,
Just wanted
Jacob.
to get a good movie in this review somewhere. Um,
Nakatomi.
yeah.
All right, Jacob. How many stars are you giving this movie?
Man. Two.
I'm gonna go 2 as well. No, I'm gonna go 1.5
Okay.
because of those small kills there. I see the potential. The potential was not there. They did not deliver.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. Trailer looked really like what I wanted, and all of it was not delivered. Just because Jaws is a good suspenseful horror movie does not mean you can take the same script and throw anything in there and make a suspenseful good movie.